After a person dies, it's important to figure out who is the executor. The executor is the person in charge of settling the departed's estate. If you are the executor, here are the items you should prioritize. Number 1. Death certificates. Lots of death certificates. In order to settle your loved one's estate, you'll need death certificates. Every institution you contact from here on out will need an original signed copy. Social Security, the IRS, banks, realtors, pension providers, etc. To satisfy all these institutions, you should order at least 24 original copies at the time of death. That sounds like a lot, but it's better to err on the side of too many certificates than not enough, so you don't have to come back later and get more from the government. We all know it's a pain in the butt to deal with bureaucracy. No, we don't. Number 2. Collect final wages and benefits. With death certificates in hand, you should be able to collect your loved one's final wages from their employer, which by law they are required to give you. The real trouble will be collecting your loved one's life insurance. You'd think the nice insurance company would just pay out their policy once you show them the death certificate. But insurance companies are loath to part with money, so expect to jump through a bunch of hoops just to collect. For example, you may have to fill out dozens of forms perfectly, and we mean perfectly. When dealing with insurance companies, it's important that you keep records of all your interactions. Tape phone calls, save emails, send certified letters. Keep your records organized just in case you have to contact a lawyer. And if the insurance company doesn't pay out within a month or two, contact a lawyer. If your loved one served in the military, contact the VA to see if you are entitled to any death benefits. Also, if you're the beneficiary, contact the financial institutions that held your loved one's retirement savings. Number 3. Notify the government. If your loved one collected Social Security, you need to notify the agency as soon as possible. You do this by calling 1-800-772-1213. If you are an adult child, you do not, we repeat, do not, keep getting your parents' Social Security benefits. If you do not notify the agency of your parent's death, that is fraud, and you could go to jail. Now, if you are the departed spouse and of a certain age, you may be entitled to certain benefits. When you inform the agency of your spouse's death, please remember to ask about Social Security death benefits. If you are the executor of your loved one's estate, you need to notify the IRS, because as executor, you are in charge of filing your loved one's last taxes. If you think the federal government won't collect taxes just because someone died, you're going to have a bad time. Number 4, close the accounts. If your loved one had accounts, it's time to close them. Having unused financial accounts open and lying around is a bad idea, mainly because they can be used for identity theft. As a caveat, if you own a joint bank account with the deceased, we discourage you from informing the bank until at least after the funeral. Banks, by their nature, are cautious. So, if they know an account holder is dead, they will freeze the funds until they hear otherwise from the courts. This can be frustrating if you need money for immediate expenses, like the funeral. So, if you are co-signer to the account and therefore have legal access to the money, hold off informing the bank until you settle all death-related expenses. Number 5, pay the bills. As executor, you are in charge of covering your loved one's bills. Prioritize mortgages, car payments, and utility bills. Chances are, your loved one's only assets are their homes and cars. These need to be maintained until they can be passed down to beneficiaries. And as executor, it's your job to maintain the property until everything is settled by the will.